going on, guys? Kevin back with another video here. So at the start of this video, I'm just deadlifting to the knees. There's no lockout, it's just strictly a deadlift to the knee, and I try to pause it at my knee for 1 or 2 second count. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar or not, but there's a Russian coach named Boris Sheiko. In his programming, there is to the knee deadlift as opposed to pause at the knee. To the knee is just you bring it to the knee, you pause it for a 2-3 second count, and you drop it back to the ground. Whereas a pause at the knee is you pause it at the knee and then you finish the lockout. Today I'm working at 222.5 kilos or 500 pounds, roughly about that. And for me, that's at a higher-ish percentage. It's over 80%, so it's more of a heavier load, if you will. So why would Boris Sheiko or my coach, for example, program just a to the knee deadlift? So the purpose of just to the knee deadlift is you could work at a higher percentage and still not really tax yourself. So if I were to do these sets, pause at the knee and then lock out, there's a full extra range of motion of me locking out. So that's extra movement, extra energy used. So when you're just doing to the knee deadlift, you're limiting the amount of range of motion you're doing. So as you can see, when I'm just pausing at the knee, just deadlifting to the knee, I have about the same range of motion as a 66 kilo who does an uber wide sumo deadlift. And with that said, you're really only practicing the bottom portion of deadlift, your starting position, where I personally believe is the most important part of the lift. When you can practice and execute a proper off the floor initiation, off the floor pull, your rest of your deadlift is going to be a lot better. So in the past, I had a big issue where, so I'd come down my starting position in the deadlift, initiate the pull, then you can see my shoulders would drop forward, I'd lose position, and then the pull would continue. So I wasted just that fraction of a movement, a fraction of a second in my deadlift. So a key example, here's last year's Canadian Nationals and this year's Canadian Nationals. Last year I pulled 584 pounds, and this year I pulled 612 pounds. So you can see right off the ground, last year I lost position on the left. And this year on the right, I maintained a better position. And as you can see, the pull is executed a lot more smoothly. In the video on the left, you see I lose position and it makes my lockout look a little weird. You just kind of see like I'm not really hitching, but like I'm not in an ideal position to lock out. But in the video on the right, it's just a nice, smooth, great pull. So that is the advantage of just to the knee deadlifts. You're not taxing yourself doing a full range of motion deadlift. You can use heavier percentages because it's not taxing you as much, so you can practice having a great initiation off the ground. And when you pause this deadlift at the knee, this is one of the most vulnerable and hardest positions to hold. So when you can conquer and master this, the rest of the pull should be a whole lot easier. So in my training, I only did 3 sets of 4 on to the knee deadlifts. I was conversing with my coach and I agree as well. I should be holding the pause, as I was saying before, for 2-3 second counts. This is my first time doing it, so I was a little, no excuses, but I was a little quick on the pauses. Some of them were not even pauses. And just for the future, I'm just gonna really practice holding that bar there for that 2-3 second count so I can really master and conquer that vulnerable position. Because once you get that going, your deadlift will be a whole lot better. And here is just me doing some pen lay rows at 102.5 kilos. That's approximately 225-ish pounds. Just doing sets of 10. And lastly, I know I'm not fat, but I'm definitely not lean. So a goal during the summer is to kind of like lean down a bit, maybe see some abs, you know, not get that little flab around the waist, just trying to, you know, cut down just a little bit. Not too much where I go back to the 83 kilo weight class, but just enough where I look a little bit better, a little more toned.
Yeah. Dust and bones. Dust and bones. Yeah, as long as the sun is rising, life and death is on the horizon. I'll take it in blood, that's what I live for. Born alone, die alone, so what you scared for? Ain't no fear when it's everything you prepared for. Shed blood with no regret and cry tears for. Put a lot of time in and did years for it. To lose everything you love and gain the world from it. So what's the spirit to a lost soul? A dead man walking. Yeah, and what's our heart when it's turned cold? An empty man in a coffin. Dust and bones. Take what you want, 'cause after you go, it's dust and bones. Breaking your bed, fight to the end. Yeah, you gotta wait before you rise up. Never wait until your time's up. Dust and bones. Dust and bones. Yeah. That's all we are. Yeah. As long as the moon is shining, as the world turns, we accustomed to violence. So the good die young and speak it in silence. Hear no evil, see no evil, but we feel it inside them. Living just to die, barely surviving. They say the truth hurts, so we sharpen our iron. We need living water just as much as the fire. Pressure is a privilege that creates diamonds. So I travel the road, the one less traveled where the lost won't go. As the sun sets before the moonlight glows, to find what I'm searching for before I'm dust and bones.
So I just want to share this deadlift variation with you guys. I believe it's going to help me a lot with my overall deadlift. I believe that I'll hit some sick PRs in my next competition, whenever that is, whenever this quarantine's all over with. I'm really excited to be trying new things, adding some volume to my training, and overall it's getting a whole lot stronger and hopefully living more lean. So if you guys enjoyed this video, remember, follow me on Instagram, link in the description. And if you guys haven't already, please subscribe. I try to do weekly videos on basically my powerlifting journey. Hope you guys enjoy the video and see you guys in the next one.
As long as the world